What's going on, everyone? Sean here from Krypton and Cause Investing, back with another episode of This Past Week in Crypto today. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and check out the call channel link down below. Now, hopping on over to coinmarketcap.com, we have our crypto market cap at 2.48 trillion, 24-hour volume at 58.47 billion, our BTC dominance at 55%, and our ETH dominance at 16%. Now, the fear and greed is 63 out of 100, but it is very good to be up out of that 40 out of 100 range. Now, this past week in crypto, Bitcoin is just shy of 70,000 at 69.8 and up 3%. Ethereum at 3.3K, down 3%. Solana at 192, up 6%. BNB at 592, down 1%. Dogecoin at 13 cents, down 4%. Shiba Inu, down 4%. Pepe, slightly down 0.78%. And Kronos down 3%. Now, this week has not seen big swings. The last few videos, we've been seeing 10 to 13% swings on the 7-day mark. So we are starting to stabilize a little bit, which is a good thing. We definitely don't want to see that downward trajectory. So stabilization is always good. And remember, if there's any cryptos that you want me to cover in this main list, go ahead and comment down below and I'll see about adding it to the list. Now, as far as our news segment of This Past Week in Crypto goes, there's only one article that we need to touch on, and that is a speech from Donald Trump at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville. We're going to get into that entire article in detail, even show you some clips and everything so you know exactly what happened, just in case on the off chance that you missed it. But let's dive in. So Donald Trump, in true crypto fashion, states never sell your Bitcoin. He's going to sack Gensler and create strategic crypto reserves. All three things sound pretty good when Donald Trump goes ahead and takes that office. So former President Donald Trump burnished his credentials at Bitcoin's best friend with a series of major announcements, including adding crypto to the government reserves, which we'll touch on later on, and a brainstorming speech to assemble crypto devotees at the 24 Nashville Bitcoin Conference. This afternoon, I'm laying out my plans to ensure that the United States will be crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done, said Donald Trump at the Bitcoin 2024 conference. To worlds of approval, the 5,000 strong audience, Trump promised on day one, "I will fire Gary Gensler," he continued. "I pledge to the Bitcoin community that the day I take the oath of office, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's anti-crypto crusade will be over." Which again, if you're in the crypto world, don't let them fool you by trying to all of a sudden talk crypto. They are out to get crypto. They will regulate it to death, and we will not operate as we are operating today. But I do want to go ahead and check out this tweet and watch this video from Colin Rugg. So shout out to him. Just in, crowd goes absolutely nuts after Donald Trump vows to fire SEC Chairman Gary Gensler during the Bitcoin conference in Nashville. Trump was clearly taken aback at the crowd's reaction when he made the announcements. "On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman," Trump said as the crowd went nuts. "I didn't know he was that unpopular." Well, he is. Let me say it again. On day one, I will fire Gensler.
The moment I'm sworn in, the persecution stops and the weaponization ends against your industry. And as long as I'm in the Oval Office, Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, do you remember? Yes, I'm an Indian. Yes, she said, "I'm an Indian." "Why are you an Indian? You don't look like an Indian." No, my mother told me I have high cheekbones." "Oh, that's why she was an Indian." So I named her Pocahontas. Elizabeth Warren and her goons, and she's very nasty to you. She hates your people. She hates everything about you. Will keep their hands off Bitcoin. They're going to keep their hands off crypto. They're going to let it grow. We're going to let it grow. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman. I didn't know he was that unpopular. I didn't know he was that unpopular. Let me say it again. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler. Whoa. will appoint a new SEC chairman who believes America should build the future, not block the future, which is what they're doing.
All right, so you heard it from Trump himself. In January, Gary Gensler is fired. Now, we are going to continue. Now, usually I don't read articles line by line, but this one we want to touch on everything. So Trump crypto rules will be written by people who love your industry, because right now they're definitely being written by people that want to take over the industry. We will have regulation, but from now on, the rules will be written by people who love your industry, not hate your industry, Trump proclaimed in a statement that will send shivers down the spines of all U.S. financial regulators and those elsewhere. He especially called for a realigning of enforcement activity by the U.S. financial regulators, likening the battle of the crypto industry with his own run-ins with the law. He stated that he would end repressions. They slander U.S. criminals, but that happened to me too. Because I said this election was rigged, said Trump. Now again, they slander you as criminals, which is the worst myth about crypto, is that everyone in crypto is a criminal. They're trading Bitcoin. Again, if you're a criminal, cash is always going to be your top means to do stuff because it is truly untraceable. People don't realize that Bitcoin and crypto are tracked on a blockchain, so it's transparent. It's not this hidden thing that people think it is. In a wide-ranging speech, he also revealed that if elected, his administration would create a crypto industry Presidential Advisory Council. He also says that the Fed would be forbidding from creating a central bank digital currency. Huge news right here. We do not want a CBDC. It probably will destroy crypto, along with them being able to track every single thing we do across a blockchain, in a move that aligns with Republicans' activity at the state level to pass laws banning the use of a CBDC on privacy grounds, which again, it leads back to privacy, because if they have a CBDC, they will know every single penny you're spending and exactly where you're spending it. A Trump presidency would also see the ushering in of a regulatory framework for stablecoins, which really good thing. More astute and strategic minds on Wall Street may realize that regulation is an essential prerequisite for crypto to achieve mainstream adoption, which I agree with. But like Trump said, we need people writing that regulation that actually are for the industry, and therefore seek to temper some of the ripoffs of the rules, Trumpian messaging, and as far as it translates into policy. Next up, we have Trump administration would create a strategic national Bitcoin stockpile. Really, really good news here. The former president, who is standing for election in November, also proclaimed his intentions to create a strategic national Bitcoin stockpile, which would initially at least be made up of the Bitcoin currently held by the Department of Justice, amounting of 210,000 Bitcoin, which I think is about 1%. Also, all of this is made up by seized stuff from, different criminal activities and different things like that were seized by the government. He did not indicate whether the government should add to that stockpile by buying BTC in the open market, or instead seek to seize and hold crypto from criminals. I would really like to see them actually make a purchase. That would be super bullish for the market. But then just stockpiling seized assets and restoring that in a strategic reserve is also very, very bullish. But let's go ahead and check out this next video. Just then, Trump, if president, pledges to form a Bitcoin reserve using 210,000 Bitcoin seized by the Department of Justice as the core of a new strategic national Bitcoin stockpile.
But for too long, our government has violated the cardinal rule that every Bitcoiner knows by heart. Never sell your Bitcoin, right? That's right, isn't it, huh? That's right. How did I figure that one? Never sell your Bitcoin. And so, as the final part of my plan today, I am announcing that if I am elected, it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future. We'll keep 100%. I hope you do well, please. This will serve in effect as the core of the strategic national Bitcoin stockpile. As you know, most of the Bitcoin currently held by the United States government was obtained through law enforcement action. You know that they took it from you. Let's take that guy's life. Let's take his family, his house, his Bitcoin. We'll turn it into Bitcoin. It's been taken away from you because that's where we're going now. That's where this country is going. It's a fascist regime.
So Trump definitely knows that cardinal rule of crypto: never sell your crypto, never sell your Bitcoin. Now let's get into the last segment of this article, which is a pretty bold statement. Trump says Bitcoin could surpass the market cap of gold, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the biggest asset in the world as far as market cap's concerned. Trump boldly declares never sell your Bitcoin and proclaimed that Bitcoin could one day probably surpass the market cap of gold. Obviously, I do personally believe in that. The digital gold thesis has long underpinned Bitcoin's value proposition, even if the Bitcoin price has so far failed to retake the 70,000 level, which, as you just saw, we are right below it at 69.8 thousand at the time of this video. Following Trump's remarks, his never sell will likely contribute to putting a floor under the price regardless of the outcome of the presidential election. But with that said, we definitely want him winning president as far as crypto is concerned.
Think of that. It's already bigger than ExxonMobil. Soon it will be surpassing the entire market cap of silver. It's not bad. How about gold? How about gold? Let's go gold. And one day it probably will overtake gold, but based on the way it's going now, it could very well be a possibility. There's never been anything like it, and I don't think you've ever seen anything like it. And most people have no idea what the hell it is. You know that, right? So what happens when they figure it out?
All right, there we have it. A super bullish speech from Donald Trump at the Bitcoin conference this past weekend in Nashville. Now let's go ahead and check out some cryptos that we're following on the channel. One that has launched, doing really well. Another one that is going to be upcoming. So first up, we have Pair. Pepe, but it's a pair. Now the guys on this one are working extra hard to get this thing off the ground. They are nonstop. Now this is being promoted by my marketing company, Krypton Cause Investing. As you can see, we did have an AMA with myself and my partner, Squid Grow Joe, with the guys from Pair. Going on down, we can kind of see that roadmap. They have all their pre-launch stuff. We had our stealth launch. Now we're going to be going into CG, CMC, and Jupiter Strictless. Marketing has been a lot so far. We've had videos from myself, Squid Grow Joe, Crypto Zeus, Crypto Atlas, Moonshot Max, the likes of Tyler Hill, Crypto June, Altcoin Hero, Crypto Moses, Al Rocks, and Crypto Panda. So they're all over YouTube's. The videos are getting tons of engagement, so I highly recommend hopping on over and checking out some of those videos. Now coming over, checking out the chart. Now this thing has been around for a while now. And as you can see, we did have someone that unfortunately sold about $10,000 and immediately tanked it, but it almost like fired up the community, got them really revved up, and they went ahead and they created a upwards trend on that chart. Now we're kind of more stabilized. They were holding very solidly above that 500,000 market cap. They did dip just a little bit, but I have no doubt they will be on that upwards trend coming up here very shortly. Now, speaking of Trump and also our marketing company, we have a token launching, I believe, on the 1st called Trump First Blood. Again, it is marketed by my company, Krypton Cause Investing. So this is going to be one that you want to watch out for. It's time to fight, fight, fight. They tried to kill him, but they made one big mistake. They forgot they were dealing with Trump. No man, no law, no war can stop him. Also, phase 1 of this project was a 350x. Because of Biden drop it out, they kind of had to rebrand it and refocus, and they also decided to go from ETH to Solana on that change. So we're super bullish about that move, and we're looking for this one to get off to a huge start. I'm going to go ahead and link everything you need for this in the description down below. Last but not least, let's go ahead and close out the video by checking out that DeFi in that meme market. So as far as the DeFi market goes, we have a $98.9 billion market cap. Trading volume is down from this from the last 7 days at 3.5 billion, but overall still looking strong. As far as some top 24-hour gainers, we have Dodo up 7%, Ray, which is Radium, up 6%, and then we have Dexy up a 5.13%. Meme market is at a $50.6 billion market cap, so looking really good. Trading volume at 3.9 billion. Now, as far as our top 24-hour gainers, we have Pajamas up 34%, Tusku up 33%, and Baby Bonk up 24%. So really good to see everything there. And overall, market is looking pretty good. Like I said, stabling out a little bit. The last few weeks, we've been seeing some big 10 to 15% changes, either up or down. We've kind of been really steady. I think the highest percent change in our blue chip cryptos that we track was 6%. On average, I'd probably say about 3%. So overall, market looking really good. Super bullish speech from Donald Trump at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville. But that's going to do it for today's video. And until next time, trade safe.